I'm on time tonight. I'm on time tonight. It don't matter if none of y'all are watching, cause I'm on time. Woo! Welcome to the OraCola, y'all. I'm OraCola, coming to y'all live here from Austin, Texas on May 7th, 2025. Yes, we're already into May. It was going to be May last show. It's definitely May now. And if I may tell y'all, I have been to the dentist today, and I may have paid a whole lot of money for dental treatment that may or may not work. This is how it works in the man's universe. You go to the dentist, you go to the doctor, you pay a whole bunch of money, and they may or may not actually fix your ass. Just the way it works. I don't know how to fix it. I just know what happened today. So, welcome to the show. It's great to see y'all. I do the OraCola, if you don't know. If you're watching this in the future at some point and you're like, what the hell is this bitch doing? I'm telling you now. So, I read the oracles. I spin the Wheel of Fortunes. I have a lot of fortunes on my Wheel of Fortunes. And I will answer your question for the whatever you type in the chat for the universe, whatever. So, put your questions for the universe in the chat. Log into Google, get in the chat in all caps, and then I will spin the Wheel of Fortunes, and then the universe will choose an oracle to reveal the answer to your query. And sometimes I admit the universe is not very direct. Sometimes the universe has a sense of humor. They want to fuck with you. So a lot of this is like self-reflected. You got to reflect on yourself. So if the answer doesn't seem like it fits, don't blame the universe. Don't blame the oracle. Blame yourself for not going within. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. That's what I do. So hopefully some folks will join us. It's 9:02 now. We have a small family of people who tend to watch on the regular basis. I don't ever think they should watch all the time. In fact, if they got shit to do, I encourage them to do it. But many of them come back week after week, and I'm so grateful. So while we're waiting for folks to join, I will get started with the ritual. And don't worry, if nobody shows up and the internet gods still allow the stream to happen, because we do have stream difficulties this year, then I will still keep doing this. I will read cards for the collective. I will possibly rant about current events. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll just wing it. But the first thing I want to do is the ritual. And if you got your own ritual, now's the time to do it. This is what I like to do. By all means, you can do your own thing. So the first thing I like to do is burn the sacred wood. Gonna burn this sacred wood. Get the dog smell out. Let the universe feel welcome to our space. Yeah. All right. We're gonna burn that sacred wood, and then the next thing is to ring the bell. Let the universe know we're here, we're ready, and willing to accept their guidance. All right. And then the next thing we got is our beauty wand, but also our pathogen wand. And measles is still out there. They're still honking. The man's still honking about some new bird flu or some new horrible pathogen that we just gonna die. The same old horse shit we've been getting forever. But yeah, this light is apparently good for that, the blue one. So we're gonna put this around our space. Since I was at a medical facility today, there's probably all kind of sick people going in and out there, opening their mouths and shit. I often wonder, like, how clean are them instruments, really? Like, are they so fucking clean that if you ran a test on it, it would come back 100% clean? What if they keep just giving me the germs that keep me coming back? These are things I question in my mind. I ain't saying it's true. Just saying. Makes me think. All right, so we did that. And then we got our Prospera spray. This is for prosperity. Remember to manifest the good kind, not the bad kind, because you manifest it all. And then finally, nope, not finally. I remembered we added a thing. We'll get there. We got our Florida water chakra anointment. This is going to make sure all of our chakras are nice and clean and lubricated. Nobody likes a dry, sticky chakra. They want that thing slick. Yeah. So I did all that, and then I do my traditional shot now on the ritual. We'll see. It's a new thing. We'll see if we keep doing it. But if you got your own you want to do, now's the time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Do a good show. Cheers. Okay. Oh, we got our. Man, it don't get easier when you get older. Some things get worse. I do have a lotto ticket, which I purchased today at the grocery store. So I will be scratching that off at the end of the show. Hopefully, I will win the $5,000 to help pay for the money that I spent today on other things in my body. All right. Well, we got 2 people maybe watching, nobody in the chat, which is fine. They can still be looky-loos. I'm not going to deny them the pleasure of gazing upon my visage while I communicate with the universe. You don't got to participate in the chat. I'm just telling you, it's a lot more fun if I got something to bounce off of. Because sometimes I'll just ramble about shit, and then I'll get into some trouble because I'll say something racist or against the government or something that definitely in the future somebody's going to come back and cherry pick and put a compilation video out and make me look like the worst person in the world, like worse than Hitler. So yeah, it helps if you pop in. Oh, Prince and Lava. Hey, yay, we got family in the house. See what I mean? You ask the universe, sometimes the universe will deliver. Sometimes. Anyway, all right. So since I was on time, we got about 52, 53 more minutes left in the show. If anybody has a question for the universe, please put it in the chat in all caps. I will get to it. I'm going to just shuffle, do a little shuffling just to get my hands on these oracles. I ain't touched a lot of them in a while. I don't do a whole lot of oracling when it ain't the show, in case y'all didn't know. I used to do more oracling on my downtime, but I have become enamored of the YouTubing, and it takes away from my oracling. And I often find oracles on YouTube that are interesting to watch. I got me a whole collection of people with foreign accents that talk about stuff that I'm pretty sure is bullshit, but it still sounds nice. All right, I'm shuffling my tarot deck. Excellente. Now we're going to shuffle the liturgical. I keep wanting to call it the biblical, but that's just too fucking clunky. And we're going to shuffle. We got a lot of reading assignments this spring. I tell you what, universe is wanting us to get into some literature. I don't say that that's a wrong idea, whether or not it's a direct answer to your query or not. It might be a good idea to read some of these classics because, the man's trying to erase all that shit. And eventually, if everything goes digital, one day when, the sun decides to send out just the right coronal mass ejection that hits all of our infrastructure in the way that it erases the digital copies of the books, which are the only copies available, guess what? We lose knowledge. All right. Get my crystal oracle. This one is too big for me to shuffle directly, which is why we might be getting the same crystals over and over again. I just don't know. But I do know that this one is just too big. It's too big for my tiny little T-Rex hands. And I'm sure T-Rexes had big hands, but we're talking proportion here. All right. Gonna shuffle these. Give them another little skitchity scoochity scooch on the table. All right. And then we got one of our newer oracles, but still old enough. Our witch oracle. Bunch of witches. We encourage the witchery. Not necessarily the witchcraft, but the witchery. I think that's a what was that? I think it was a one of them occult stores in a tourist destination. I can't remember where. Maybe it's Galveston or something. I think that was also called the witchery. But yeah, they sold a bunch of shit like that. All right, I shuffled the decks, and I've got my ritual on. So yeah, I guess it's 9/11. We should commemorate by doing a reading for the collective. So, universe, let's do a little reading for the collective, and whether or not it actually makes sense, we'll just let you decide. Here we go. Oh, a book of Revelation. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so this one might require you to read some like verses around it, or it might just be very apparent what it means. You just never know with the book of Revelation. But all right. First thing I got to do is get to my random number generator, which is furnished by Google, which means it probably ain't random at all, but whatever. We're going to use it because it's free. Random number generator. All right. Well, there's 22 chapters in the book of Revelation, the King James Version of the Holy Bible. It's the only version that counts. We got to chapter 1. All right. Chapter 1 has how many verses? What doth it say, King James Version? Okay, we're here. Chapter 1 has 20 verses. All right, let me get to chapter 1 there. Okay, 20 verses. So we're going to type in 20 and do the same damn thing. 20 verses in the book of Revelation. Oh, chapter 1, verse 3 of the book of Revelation, the King James Version of the Holy Bible, is what we need to ponder on right now. Chapter 1, verse 3 saith, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that means some shit's going to go down. Now, it don't mean that it's going to be like globally. It could be just personal shit. But whoever's watching this at whatever time you're watching it, whenever you're watching it in the future or the past or however time works, shit's gonna go down. And remember what I said earlier about reading? Reading's important. So just like pay attention to the words. Pay attention to the vibe. Read the room. Figure it out. But yeah, there's going to be some time in the future that you're going to have to pay attention to. Kahole, hey, good to see you. Welcome to the show. I hope you slid in after I did that whole like thing just now, because I know it don't sound too good. It don't sound too good. But guess what? That's what the universe told us to think about. So that's what we're going to do. Prance has a question. Thank you, Prance, for putting in the first question of the evening. Will the next pope be American? Probably not. I can't imagine that America has anybody worthy of being a pope, but we'll see. Oh, spin again. Okay, well, let's think harder about it. Okay, ready? Oh, a witch. How appropriate. Popes burn witches. Witches get to decide the new pope. Ain't that a kicker? Yeah, I saw that they had met for the conclave and had the first vote and did not come up with a pope because, well, frankly, the smoke coming out the chimney was black. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but apparently that was the omen. That was the signal. I don't know why they just can't do a press conference like everybody else all the time for everything. Or even just do some kind of TikTok video. Like, join the future. Get with the program. I ain't even on TikTok myself, but I am on social media. Catholic Church. You cannot tell me you can't just like replace the smoke with also a little story on the Insta that's just like, by the way, we just did a vote because the Cardinal hoo-ha over there, we still can't get this motherfucker in here that we want to get in because, he's got secrets and he will spill them if we do not vote for him. It's how these things work, y'all. It's how these things work. Whoever hath the most blackmail ascendeth the throne. This is how it works with the popes. Okay. What did I do? Oh, yeah, witch. Witch. Hey, Corey, good to see you. All right. Here we go. What? Oh, my goodness. I don't think we've ever gotten this one. And I definitely can't fucking pronounce it. Shrari. I don't even know. I don't even know what that means. Okay, I might need to read the book. Luckily, there's a booklet. Let's see. It's at the beginning. It's the very first one. It says Akhilandeshvari. Okay. In Hindu lore, whoever that was represents the transformative power of change. Even if the change is difficult and uncomfortable, perhaps especially if it is difficult and uncomfortable, it can lead to new opportunities and growth. Yes, think always of the inner strength and power change can bring. Okay, so it's kind of like, the death card in the tarot. You're going to have to just suck up something and get over something and move on a new path. I mean, here's the deal. I don't think that the Pope is going to be American, but I do think the Pope is going to be somebody we don't expect, like a black person. And it might just upset a lot of people in a way that they never expected. They kind of like dipped our toes in the other end when they got the one from South America, even though it's very white. Yeah. I'm saying it's time for an African pope or a pope of Indian descent, a pope of melanin, a melanin pope. It's time, and I don't think we've had any. So yeah, that would be my guess. That's the surprise. That's the change. There it is. Don't let it get you down. Voodoo Ranger. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. How'd you know? I guess it's not very apparent, but it's my usual swill if I'm drinking beer. All right, who else has a question? Who else has a question? Put it in the chat in all caps, and I will get to it. And if you don't got a question, well, I'll just read for the universe again. I mean, like, we'll keep the show going. But I ain't just here for your entertainment. You're here partially for my entertainment. It's a two-way street. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to wait patiently. Waiting patiently. Wait patiently. Oh, there we go. Kahole. Thank you. Woo! I hate to extort y'all, but I have to do that sometimes. Yes, you can get a love reading. Let's see what the universe wants you to love. Oh, a digital diviner. Okay, well, here's what the universe has for you right now. Not a good answer, first of all. So you have to think about this in a yes or no kind of way. So form the question, the love question in your mind. Like, take a moment and think about what is it that you actually want to know that is a very clear kind of like black, white, or just, a very good, like decisive kind of answer. Because that's what you're going to get unless you get possibly or ask again. In which case, well, the digital diviner is just fucking with you. Because it tends to. So, all right, put the question in your head. We're going to switch on the digital diviner. What doth it say? Oh, forget it. Okay, so whatever the question was that you formed in your head, the yes or no-ish kind of question, probably ain't going to happen. Probably ain't worth it. And don't take like this is a bad thing. Like it could also just mean that it ain't going to happen in the way you think it should or would happen. Things can happen in very strange ways that, the universe decides to spring on us just because it likes to have a good time. Because why wouldn't it? It's as old as the universe. It gets bored. It definitely wants to like have fun. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I hope it pertains to whatever your love thing was. Anyway, who else has a question? We got about 38 more minutes left in the show. And yeah, I do have a lotto ticket. Put your good energies into this because I need that $5,000 after what I fucking spent at the dentist today. Good Lord. Good Lord. I'm just grateful I have the money to spend because I have a job, even though this job that I have has me getting up real fucking early in the morning. Like the time I used to get home from the club is the time I'm getting up to go to this job. And I would never have thought 10, 25, even 5 years ago, I never would have thought that I would take a job like this. But you know what? Desperate times. You got to do what you got to do. You're welcome, Kahole. Kahole is got that reading. I don't know. I just felt like singing a song. All right. Well, oh wait, somebody texted me. Should I reply? Is it a sassy text? Okay, very well. It's fine. All right. Well, next person who has a question, put in the chat in all caps. 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 Should I do an Instagram story? I just did one to announce the show, but maybe I should do more interactive stuff. What do y'all think? Let me do one simultaneously. That'll be fun. I think we did that one time before. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to be good Latin. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Maybe if I scoot around, I can do it like this. I know that's not very good for y'all, but this is how it's got to be. Sorry. Well, hey, guess what? I'm doing my show. I know this is not very good lighting for me. It's very unattractive, but I am currently live on the YouTubes. So, yeah, get on that youtube.com/ShondaRC train, and I'll see y'all in the chat. Well, hey, guess what? I'm doing my show. I know this is not very good lighting for me. It's very... Okay, I posted it. Where are Patrick and his boy? I have no idea. People got things they got to do. Sometimes they don't always got to come to my show, even though I do appreciate it when y'all do show up. Mm. Sometimes shit goes down. I mean, hell, I've had to cancel my own show more than once because I went to see a band. I visited my mom over the weekend. She called me the wrong name all weekend. Well, she remembered that it was me that visited. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lava. That's tough. We all got to deal with aging relatives and folks who we relied on. Oh, look at that crystal. And it was very much going to go over the edge, and it stayed. It's on a crystal. Oh, now it's tarot. Maybe it's two. You get a twofer. We're going to do a crystal and a tarot. So, yeah, it's hard to see folks that you relied upon as your mentors and guides decline. Very difficult. It's a different stage in your relationship, and one that most people I don't think ever think about or prepare for mentally. Myself, I'm prepared for it a little bit, but mostly not, because mostly I don't want to think about it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm very sensitive to this because I am also of a certain age where then people in your life who were mentors and caregivers are suddenly older. Okay. Well, here's your tarot, and I'll do a crystal as well since the universe was undecided. Here we go. Oh, the High Priestess. So you're going to have to just reflect upon this, not as whether or not the remembering of the name is indicative of a particular symptom or stage of decline or whatever, but think about it more as a point of alchemy, if you will, a change in the direction of the relationship in which you have to accept a new role. And you have to accept a role that requires you to be in touch with your intuition, but also very firmly grounded in practice and thought, in that you can guide this person through the next portion of the journey y'all are taking together. So it's like the roles have been flipped. So yeah, just go within yourself, get the divine feminine out, maybe get the divine mother out, uh, change up how you see the relationship, and it will go the way it should go. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's get a crystal. This is also a good thing. You might want to get one for yourself or maybe one for the other person just to have around as some kind of energetic remembrance, just a little flashcard out in the open. Maybe it's a piece of jewelry, maybe it's like a decorative item, but this stone will give you some energy to move through this in the best way possible. All right, here we go. Here's your crystal. What do we got? Golden Healer Quartz. Look at this. Look at that. It's so pretty. Yeah, open the door. So, yeah, be welcome and open to a new phase in the relationship. And this pretty nice, quartz, it's very lovely. It's fun to look at. It's a nice color. It would make good jewelry. It would also look good as, I don't know, just like a door stopper if it's a big enough chunk. I would not be too upset if I stubbed my toe on this. I might cuss, but I wouldn't cuss as hard as I would if I stubbed it on something ugly. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We did it. We got through it. Anyway, best of luck to you and your mom, and whatever phase this new chapter begins for y'all. How's this gonna go? We'll see. Yeah, your visits are healing. I do believe that, Cole. Even if people are a little bit standoffish or antagonistic, because it can happen. Everybody's got bad days. Some people are just having a bad day all the time, the whole life. And they're just unpleasant motherfuckers. But you still got to sit with them. You still got to give them grace. You still got to give them your love, especially if they're people who did care for you at some point. You got to give it up for the people who come through for you. Whether they should have done it or not, they at least did it. A lot of people get delegated the responsibility and they fucking fumble the ball. They fumble it right out. They don't even care to recover it. They walk off the sideline, spit, and then just like sit down. They don't even try. So yeah. Yeah, it is very pretty. I don't think I have any. I have some I got a little citrine, and I got some not like actual citrine, not the heat treated kind. And then I got some other kind of smokier looking quartzy things, but not quite that color. That was a very, very vibrant color of like earwax. It's 9:31. We got 29 more minutes left in the show. Put your question in the chat. I will get to it. It's what I do. It's what I do. I do have a little tiny touch of tea, but I'm hoping to save it up for just a little bit longer because I feel like there's still some questions out there that are burning a hole in someone's fingers, and they need to type it into their device in all caps in the chat to let the OraCola know so I can read it. And if not, that's fine too. I'll just shoot the shit like I do. Well, I guess we don't got no questions. So I will spin the wheel for the collective and see what the universe has for us to think about, aside from the book of Revelation. Another book of Revelation. What? All right, we'll do this. We'll do this, universe. I enjoy it occasionally. All right, we're going to go to the random number generator and get 22 in the board. All right, chapter 12. Chapter 12, half. How many verses? Let's find out. Ooh. Chapter 12, half. 17 verses. What? 17. I am 16, going on 17. What does the universe say? That's not the answer. I need a different. Yeah. 17. Generate. Oh, 7. Okay. Chapter 12, verse 17. No, verse 7. 7. Chapter 12, verse 7. Got on the sevens here. It's funny, it's the 7th. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? All right, chapter 12, verse 7. Remember, we got that one earlier that was pretty distinctive. This one says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay, so yeah, this is a war between good and evil. I don't know that I believe 100% that the people who are running this show are actually lizards, but there are enough references in metaphor and also pop culture to make me believe that there's a tiny little kernel of truth to the fact that we might have lizard overlords. And I have talked about this before many times over many shows over many years. I believe it's possible because why the hell wouldn't it be possible? There's so much about this world that I don't even know that's just hidden, secret knowledge. There's so many lies I've been told about how things work. I mean, come on. We all know that the CIA association with various other nefarious parties, which may or may not be governments, killed JFK. We know this, but they're still pussyfooting around the actual truth of it. But we all fucking know at this point, right? We all fucking know. We all got the feeling. We all fucking know what happened. So yeah, when it comes to universe and how things get run, I'm like, it's a crazy idea that there's reptilians who are running shit. But you know what? We don't got dragon lore for nothing. We don't got that shit for nothing. And it's across cultures. Across the cultures. There's dragon lore. So, yeah, it may or may not be that we have to go to war with our reptilian overlords. I'm just saying, you might need to stock up on some food. Might need to get some extra water. Might need to, I don't know, learn who knows how to do shit in your community, in your neighborhood, and know how to show up at their house without getting shot. Just saying. Woo! Oh, Kahale is another question. Thank you, Kahale. My asshole manager finally quit. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Love it. Will it be better reporting to my director? Will he be cool with me? Woo! This is a multi-part question. Requires workplace drama. Let's see what's up. Oh, OraCola's choice. I'm choosing the pornicle because I don't think there's anything better than a workplace sex scenario. And this could be metaphorical, obviously. I'm not suggesting that you do these things with your coworkers, but I do think it is a way more fun kind of a way to explore the inner darkness that is prompting you to ask the question in the first place. So for the pornicle, we got 755 pages, and we gotta get one. Page 507 in the pornicle for the workplace drama. Page 507. What are we going to get here? If you're lucky, it's just a text page, but probably not. Oh, okay. So, you know what? It's a dance. Here it is. It's a dance. And it even says round dance there at the bottom. It's what it's called. So, all right, here's the deal. When it comes to work and responsibilities and other things, there's a whole lot of fanciful fucking around, but really everybody is mostly just showing their ass all the time. That it brings out the worst in folks. So while on the surface you got a lot of frilleries and fripperies and fluting around and flopping around, and everybody's on the up and up, right on the top here. On the bottom, there's skirts and dicks and all kinds of shit flying in the wind. Everybody's showing their ass. There's no cohesive, friendly uniform. It's just all the parts flopping in the breeze. So yeah, it could get better, but it's just office politics, hon. It's office politics. And if you want it to be good with your new supervisor, or your I guess previous supervisor with once removed, I'm not sure. Just remember to dance the dance. Do the fucking dance. Do the little dance. Don't see that they're naked. Don't call out the assery in your face. Just look, okay, we're gonna do the dance. I'm just gonna get here and get my paycheck, and I ain't gonna stir the pot too much because I don't want to get Epsteined or Giffreyed. Oh, you always get the pornicle. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just what the universe wants you to know. It has to do with some sexual thing, I'm sure. It's not something that's obvious to you, but you should do the work. Okay, it is 9:39. I got 21 more minutes left in the show. If you got a question, put it in the chat. I'll spin the wheel. See what's up. Yeah. Just don't even get involved with that shit. Just Just like leave it for evidence. You know, here's the thing. Sometimes it's good to know, but not speak. Sometimes knowledge is power if you keep it to yourself more than if you spread it out. So I might keep the evidence, just not say anything if it's not actually going to get you anywhere and it's only going to cause you trouble. And then if it comes up in the future that you need that evidence, be like, oh yeah, I think those are saved in my file. And then you just have it there, which like to whip out if you need to. But sometimes knowing some things gives you a little bit more like leg up on the situation, you know, little leg up on the situation. Like in that picture, if you know that you're dancing with somebody who's got no underwear, don't sit in their lap. Just saying, it's a hazard. Ooh, I got so much fuzz and dust on my computer. I never see it until I turn on these bright lights that make me like weep. Not because I'm seeing the dust, I know it's there, but because I just can't see it. I know it's there, but I'm not like inclined to clean it until I'm like in the show and I'm like, oh my fucking God, the worst. Oh, good for you. Just keep the evidence. Don't reach out. Just like keep that evidence, tucked it away. If it needs to come out, it will come out. If it don't, well, at least you got it. It's in your back pocket. Mm. Well, if none of y'all have a question, I'm going to do another reading for the collective. Or do sit in their lap. It depends, Lava. If you want that STD. If you want it, well, go for it. Because usually people at work are infested. They will just like shamelessly tell you that they will have your back, they ain't got nothing, and then suddenly, boom, HR's all up your ass. Just saying. I feel like I need to do a biblical rhetorical because we ain't got enough reading assignments yet. And I feel like y'all have been slacking on the reading assignments we've been getting. So maybe we need to read it again, see if there's a new book that can capture your interest. Oh, I love it. You're welcome, Kahale. I hope your work situation evens out in a good way for you. Here's a book that might help you along the way, or a short story, or a poem. We'll see. We'll see. What does the universe want us to know? Coming through, we got Egyptian Queen Cleopatra brand. Yeah, so maybe some Shakespeare, or maybe some kind of like classical Cleopatra story. I don't know. It seems like Egypt is part of it, and if I'm not mistaken, that's a very kind of like, it's not reptilian. It's a raptorish because it's a bird, but those are adjacent to lizards. So I feel like this is on point. It's a queen. It's green, and it has lizard vibes. So get into ancient Egypt. See what's up about them columns they supposedly found under one of them pyramids. Yeah, what's up with that shit? I think that Egypt has been gatekept so much that we don't actually know what's really the real thing about Egypt. We just know the fantasy, the folklore, the mirage of what the man wants us to know about Egypt. But there's way more to know, and I think people are starting to like get in on the edges of it and creep in and like kind of erode away some of that mortar that's like bound the truth for so long. And I think the man's getting a little bit nervous about it. Just a little bit. I mean, there's always all kind of stuff going on in the Middle East. And I'm just saying, it's very Egypt adjacent. Egypt. Oh, God. Okay. So Why is the government dumping fighter jets over the aircraft carrier? There's like two or three that's gone missing in the last year. These are like $60 million jets, and they just suddenly just like are dunking them in the sea. But here's the thing: I don't think this is a new thing. I think they've been like dropping them in the sea forever, as long as they've been around. It's just that now they're reporting on it. So why are they reporting on it? What's the story? What's the op behind this? What is the op behind this optic? I have no idea. But it's just like, yeah, incompetence, of course, but still, why are they letting us know? Why are they letting us know? Usually the government does not want us to know about its incompetence. This is just like out in the open on the CNN. It's letting you know that we're dumping $60 million worth of airplane into the fucking Red Sea every few weeks now, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Just a little interesting tidbit. A little interesting tidbit. Oh, you got a jet. Well, good for you. Thank you for like calling your mom. Glad you stopped by. I'll see y'all next time. Say hi to mom. Yeah. Yeah, the pyramids were one time like, okay, so there's this theory that they were power generators. And I don't know nothing about engineering, so it's possible. It's totally possible that the pyramids were like little power plants and they just made them more decorative because they're like, why not? It's all underground. We don't know where it is unless we put this giant thing on top of it because there's so much sand around here. Uh, Oh yeah, no, totally. I get it. Like all the airplane shit and helicopter shit, like, and you know that this stuff happens all the time, just like car crashes happen all the time, but you don't actually hear about it, so it doesn't populate itself in your mind every single fucking day. When you hear about like 4 or 5 plane crashes within the space of a few months, you start to get a little anxious about air travel just naturally. That's human instinct. That's survival. You don't think about it when you get on the car, though, because they don't advertise every goddamn fatal wreck that actually happens. Only the most spectacular ones that involve a lawsuit or a white person. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, we got about 13 more minutes left in the show, which means y'all have time to get a question in. But if you don't have a question and you need to think about it, I do have a little bit of tea. And this is a little bit on the same lines of what I was talking about earlier with the lizards, but this is it. Fake fund me. Y'all, okay, so I've noticed a very interesting pattern in the fundraising for people who are regular folks who may or may not have suffered a tragedy or perpetuated a tragedy upon somebody else. I have noticed that this GoFundMe or Give, Send, Go or whatever charity thing where basically people can like donate to a middleman who will take a cut of the donations and then distribute it to the person who's raising the money for whatever reason. There's lots of reasons. But yeah, I see that this has been used as a wedge issue, and I get the feeling, in fact, I'm pretty much 100% at this point that most of these things are either not real, they're fake, or two, they are funded by lizard man nefarious purposes, NGOs, through various shady platforms, and they're actually not reflective of the genuine like interest in the average person in contributing to the cause. In other words, it's another Soros psyop or whoever psyop. It's a fucking psyop. Y'all, look, if you didn't get into the whole like Act Blue thing where they were caught, and I'm sure the other people, the red does it too, but essentially political campaign donations are fraud